And now, here's a little something I hope you guys are really gonna like. It's amazing what meditation will do, active meditation will do. I was just sitting here kicking around ideas and things and stuff of what the developing in the niche business, and I think I've got it. I'm going to call a part of my channel and a part of a platform, I'm not sure which one yet, called the Diogenes Society. Helmed by me, your Storyteller Gone Rogue podcast host, Missye K. And anybody who wants to jump in to join, you can. Of course, I'm going to charge a fee. But you know how it is where if you've had enough decent of a education or at least knowledge growth in your lifetimes, particularly in this one, and if you happen to have found this channel, fantastic. So go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button and go ahead and subscribe, because it's an algorithm thing and I have no control over that. So the more you guys hit that little thumbs up button, the more you guys subscribe, the more you guys find people like me. It's an algorithm thing. What are you gonna do? Anyway, that housekeeping out of the way. The quote goes, Diogenes, or Diogenes, depending on if it was you and real Linda, held a lantern looking for an honest man. And all of us, both as a world, as a consciousness, and individually, are going to have to go through shadow work or dark nights of the soul. Not many are willing to do that. And if you've ever been like me and frightened the shit of the dark when you were a little kid, put them hands up, because I know mine is up there. I know 2 reasons why you are. 1, you didn't understand the darkness. And 2, it didn't understand you. And because it didn't understand you and you didn't understand it, you both were frightened of things you didn't need to be frightened of, because you don't know just how dark that fucking dark is. And I mean some horrid dark. Like being hunted down like the Tutsis were in like today's Hamas doing to the Israelis doing to the Palestinians, and the Palestinians are doing to the Israelis. I mean, crime and killing on both sides is nonsensical. But only when you walk through that level of dark and experience that level of dark do you know how bright your light is. Because the dark's pretty fucking powerful. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay? And one of the things you're going to appreciate about doing this dark night of the soul, you're going to find out just how fucking tough you are. You really are. I'm watching, not gonna lie, I'm watching this special forces thing on Fox, on broadcast TV. And 6 players already tapped out. Out of 14, 6 already tapped out. Brian Austin Green, dude who played, I think David in, what the hell was it? That show. Anyway, 50 years old. Oh, I'm 50. I'm a 50-year-old body. I mean, it's a mindset that he tapped out that morning. He's like, you know what? I'm turning in my number. I'm out of here. I can't. Now, granted, I'm no fan of cold-ass water. I'm no fan of the dark. Okay, you already heard that. But I will do it to show exactly what it is I'm made of. And I don't need to jump in no cold, dark water. Nor do I need to dive backwards, head first in it, unless I relax into the fall. Do I need to prove I've been to the dark night of the soul? I mean, 2 days ago, 2 mornings ago, I had a cry like you wouldn't even know. And you know what triggered it? I saw this beautiful picture of a lady holding her injured kid, or kid coming outside from playing or whatever he was, whatever little kid was doing. And the mother was just so gentle and so sweet and so kind. The moms we didn't get, okay? Whether or not we asked for it, whether or not we agreed to it, whether or not we made that agreement, whatever, it still was just shitty, childhood to go through. Let's just, we're going to call a thing, right? So she's gently holding the kid by the shoulders, by the upper arms, and being comforting. Kid might have fallen down, might have been, picked last or not, or the first to get out, or, told they couldn't play the game or whatever. The kid came home upset. So she's trying to console her child, but that's the picture. But the caption read under it, rather than saying something to the child or console the child, for whatever, the injury or being left out of the game or, not asked to play or whatever the case might have been. The caption read, honey, I'm not going to be strong enough to face my own demons and weaknesses, but you are, and you'll do it not only for me, excuse me, or yourself, but for every one of our ancestral line behind you and me and all of us. And the kid is breaking down crying, and the mother is smiling as all get out. And I'm like, that really set me off at the same time. Like the mama was saying, it's gonna be all right. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be all right for you. I'm doing all the heavy lifting over here. You know what I mean? So we get the, yes, cuss at our ancestors, because I had my reading and I did a lot of my dark night of the soul work. I really did. And she felt my vibration when I did my reading. Excuse me, I got a cough again. Sorry. Anyway, she asked me to clear. I did, and she felt it. She's like, whoo, you are clear. I'm like, yeah, I did it. Oh, I don't know how I did it. I just did it. But all of that dark night of the soul and being open to channeling and so much got me so in tune with being okay in near complete darkness with a lantern, because whatever DNOTS or shadow work you got to do, you won't die. In fact, if you are drawn, I am drawn to the dark and to the darker side, more cynical side, more realistic, bronzed, realistic, tarnished anti-hero side, not the macabre. That's a difference. I don't do macabre. I don't do sick. I don't do demonic witchery. No. Now, Glinda the Good, I can live with that. Glinda the White Witch stuff, not the Narnia White Witch. I'm talking about the good White Witch, not the nasty White Witch. That I can live with, but again, that's still a fine line. But the point, and not a topic for, we're not here for that right now, not a topic for another time. Point being here is, ladies and gentlemen, I just purchased 2 beautiful tarot decks today. Not tarot, oracle decks from threadsoffate.com. Notes and information in show notes. And they gave me the idea, because now I've got a bunch of tarot decks and oracle decks. I can do that shadow work with you guys, because, excuse me, kind of like putting all your dark shit on video or on audio. You know what I mean? And when you get a channel like mine and you get music background like this, now granted, this is from another channel. I can't claim credit on this at all. They're getting full credit. I'm not. But through it all, and through the tears and the cleansing tears, and how many of you in this channel hate crying? Hands in the air, because mine is right up there too. Hands in the air, like you just do not care. Sincerely, yeah, I hate crying, but you feel so much better after it. And once again, the reading that I got what I needed. I didn't get what I wanted, but in a very peculiar way, I kind of got what I wanted in a very roundabout way, which confirmed a lot of what I intimately, intuitively, instinctively, and innately already knew. And it only clarified more, and once you get yourself out of your own way. And the dark night work is challenging. It's gonna hurt. It's supposed to hurt. And think of, here's why, when it does hurt, even when you're in the hurt, think about this. And the hurt may hurt less, or it may hurt the same, or it may hurt more. I don't know. But when you're hurting, the planet is hurting right along with you, because it hurt long before you got here. So think of all of that hurt that you're going through as lifetimes of finally coming up to feel what that shit felt like. You're feeling the Earth's feelings. You're feeling her angst. You're feeling her sorrow, her disappointment, her bitter impatience, her sadness, her despair, her defeat, her hopelessness, her powerlessness, her helplessness. I mean, you're feeling every fucking thing negative. This poor little blue marble that you're sitting on, or laying in your bed in, or in your bathtub in, or wherever you happen to be in, but you're still on the same globe I share with you. You're feeling every bit of that, little one. You're feeling every bit of that, baby doll. Because she felt it before you. And the ancestors felt it before you, and they didn't know how to handle it. So what did they do? Keep it deep inside. So deep they forgot where it was. And somehow it got passed on to you, and you're like, well, why am I having this feeling every time I'm... Any other reasonable, logical, whatever person should not have an aversion to fill in the blank. But you do. And when you plumb back, P-L-U-M-B, when you plumb back and dig back and dig back and dig back, then you find out, oh, that's where I got that from. Then the grandfather then the great times 8 got it, passed on the great times 7, then great times 6, and so on and on and on and on, and then the great times 6, great times 5, great times 4, and so on, until guess who got it? Or think of it another way. You're playing the game telephone. And the first you got 17 people in your circle. The first individual says to the second individual, I bought a car, but you whispered it. By the time it gets to the 17th individual comes out with, Walter is an R. Well, how do you go from I bought a car to Walter is an R? You see what I'm saying? So with that level of bastardization, so much through the humanity, of course you're going to have piled up dog shit in your body. Energetically and emotionally. I don't mean, and spiritually. I don't mean literally, and I sure as hell don't mean actually. Okay? Unless you're into that sort of thing, then you better go get help. I know, it's gross. It just slipped out. What can I say? And this is not edited, so yeah, I won't get that gross again, I promise you, I assure you. Be that as it may, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to jump on a channel like this, smash that like button, subscribe, leave me some notes in the comment section, let me know what I can improve, let me know what I can, what do you want to hear more of, want to hear less of, and so on. I love mail. ghosthawke@gmail.com. GHOSTHAWKE@gmail.com. And yeah, it's mostly voice stuff because I'm not a big fan of being on camera. I'm still getting used to it. Full disclosure, I'm not proud of the mouth hardware, and I'm not living in the idyllic of conditions right now. Not that many are, considering the society we're now separating ourselves from. But I just prefer audio over video. And I'm slowly getting used to camera. But I've got a little stuff to work on in my own dark night in that area too. So, and I don't have the technological means at the moment to put myself on camera to be able to show you my lovely face. So that said, yeah, what you're hearing right now is generally what you're going to get in the background. And just think of it this way, like, I don't know, like, I'm also going to practice in doing other channels, one of which is putting my own books on audio, and I'm going to be my own audio studio and read my own books aloud, and content is going to be, subscription supported content. So yeah, that's got to make a living. And well, get myself out of this motel situation, which I've been in for going on near 2 years. And who wants to be here? Not I, said this duck. But again, one of the DNOTS things I'm still going through. And why not have a whole bunch of people in your corner when you're going through this sort of thing? I mean, no, I'm not going to be a niche. And whenever you happen to be listening to this, it's October 10 of 2023. So this will be relevant, be it 10 years from now or 100 years from now, who knows. But long and the short of it, whenever you happen to be listening to this is when you're supposed to be listening to this, is number one. Two, whatever you're going through, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. No matter what it is, it feels like shit right now, just hold on. Just keep holding on. Because unfortunately, I was told that I needed grounding, and I'm a double air sign and one earth sign, if you're familiar with astrology, people, in the sun, moon, rising. So yeah, I'm Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo. And yeah, when she told me I needed to ground, I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I can be airy fairy if I needed to. Oh yeah, I could be. I'm a blonde too. So that, yeah, 2 out of 3, right? And the third is my son, God bless his heart. He's a Virgo, Libra, I think either Taurus or Capricorn, I forget which. But he's 2 earth signs, so he needs to be more airy-fairy to my be more grounded. But the point here is, I was told that shit's gonna get a lot more intense, minus this Hamas brutality thing we got going on here. But that because you needed to be more high vibrational, then the roots have to be super deep. And that applies. That really applies. And in order to get the deep roots and know where they're going, I mean, trees intuitively know where to dig their roots, even though they're dark as shit down there, right? They don't have no lights on down there when they're planting roots. As far as we know, I mean, none of us has ever been a tree last we checked. But yeah, if a tree knows where to go, snake its roots and plumb its roots to be able to reach up to the highest most parts of the tree, by all means. By all means. And with that said, so if you like my voice, like this channel, like what you're hearing on the music background, go ahead and smash that button. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like it, leave a comment, and send me some email if you ever get a chance. Okay, thanks so much, you guys. Email again is ghosttalk@gmail.com. My first book, my first mystery, is called Jersey Dogs. Find me on Amazon, and you spell Jersey like the state of, and dogs like cat's end. And McGinnis is M-C, big G, little U, I-N-N-E-S, like the beer. Anyhow, thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next time. And as usual, I'm Gemini, and I'm Ghost. This is also edited to add, when my cards arrive, and I'm expected for them to arrive this coming Saturday, I'll give a sample reading to show this is exactly what I intend to do with this particular channel, called the Diogenes channel. And as usual, I'm Gemini, and I'm Ghost.